Yes, Varalakshmi. Overlay means how you want to display. Yes, Varalakshmi. How you want to display. How you want to display. That's the question. Huh? Yes, I can't hear you. Acha. So then tell me how you want to display. Because actually there is no overlay effect in CSS. So there is no overlay effect in CSS. So overlay is nothing but it is a concept of displaying something. Then without knowing how you said that what is overlay in CSS. If you don't know how you said that overlay effect in CSS, huh? Because there is no effect called overlay in CSS. First, you know where you have seen that and tell me, okay? Because sometimes your illiterate friends will be there. Those illiterate friends don't know about anything but talk too much about concepts. Huh? Those friends will tell this option, that option. Those are professional illiterates actually. They don't know anything, but they just know 1-2 words. And they ask, do you know this? Do you know that? Huh? So don't go with those professional illiterates words. Huh? Because there is no effect called overlay in CSS. So if you want to display like overlay, then for that we have to use our CSS. Overlay is not effect. We can display like overlay by using all our positions and all. Generally, overlay is a general word used. Okay. That means their intention is to tell that the image, suppose we have text, the text must be over the image must be over something else. So that is done by using positions, position, transition and all. There is nothing like overlay in CSS, okay? Now let's see what is this Bootstrap. What is the concept of Bootstrap? Actually, Bootstrap is one of the world's largest repository of repository means is nothing but you can say it is the largest library of one of the largest library of HTML, CSS and JavaScript. Actually, it uses jQuery very much. jQuery is a library of JavaScript only. Largest library. So it is free and premium. It will provide both free and premium. That means paid also. Just like I told you, Font Awesome. So Bootstrap is going to provide free service, means free options, paid options also. That means you can see the website here. So we have getbootstrap.com. This is the official website of Bootstrap. In this website, you see Bootstrap provides themes. When you go to themes, you can see this is Bootstrap themes. In the Bootstrap themes, they will give you some website themes. This is a website theme. This is another website theme. Some website themes are provided to you. So if you want, suppose this is a shopping website. So if you want that theme, you can purchase. You see, $49. If you purchase, they will give you complete website source code. All the effects and everything they will provide to you. What you have to do is, you have to customize according to your requirements. So you need to customize according to your requirements. That means what you have to do is change the titles, put your own titles. That is the reason it becomes very easy for building website. For example, suppose you want to start a business, and to start the business, they want a website online. Now you go to website designing people and ask to build a website for your business. They will ask you to provide data, whatever data is there for your website, your business related data. Once you provide the data, in 1-2 days, they will send you the design. That means you may be thinking like, how he designed so fast. There is nothing faster. Ready-made, he have several designs. He will just put your content in that design and give it to you. Suppose if you want some extra functionality, then he will add that extra functionality. It will take some time. But majority of design, so he will take from such templates. Some website templates are free. Some are free. Some we have to pay. Some are free, some we have to pay. So these are, you can go Google online. So many free website templates will be there. So, and many paid also will be there. Now, what is the advantage of Bootstrap? What is the purpose of Bootstrap? Actually, the purpose of Bootstrap is, whatever CSS you have learned, it will provide shortcuts for that CSS so that you can simply apply without writing much logic. Without spending much time, you can design very simply, easily. More effective things you can do by using Bootstrap. Not only CSS, but also interactions. So lot of work we have to do with JavaScript, jQuery also. Bootstrap can do that also for you. Actually, Bootstrap is open source also. What is difference between free and open source? Generally, software learners in the beginning days, they are confused with these 2 points. You have to know it correctly. Actually, so open source and free difference is, free means so licensed free. License, so licensed free. Licensed free. That means you don't need to buy. No need to buy. freely you can use it. Open source means you can customize and change according to your requirements. That means they will provide you. If you don't like and if you want different from that, then you can change according to your requirements. That is open source. Some softwares, they are free but not open source. That means they will provide you design, you can use it, but you cannot change it. That's not great. That means they provide free, but you have to use exactly how they given you. But if it is open source, then you can customize according to your requirement and change according to your requirements. That's what actually open source. So now Bootstrap, like Bootstrap, so many are there. So we have Bootstrap, we have jQuery UI, we have Material UI, you have Telerik UI. So many third parties are there. You can use all of them. But out of all, Bootstrap is very popular because of its wide range of options and when compared to others, and free open source. Others you need to purchase. So for example, Telerik is more popular than Bootstrap, but you don't know about it because it's not free, but it is more popular than Bootstrap. Why? Because you can see, I will show you Telerik. This is Telerik. This is Telerik official website. This is the Telerik official website. They will provide ready-made so many things, but it's not free. Modern UI made easy, but it's not free. You have to pay. You see pricing. So this is per developer. They have to pay $1,200 per developer, for one developer to use it. And you see, these people provide official support also. That means if you got any problem, their technicians will support you. You may be hearing about Telerik for the first time, but actually, see, these people are the customers of Telerik. You see, these are customers of Telerik. NASA is the customer of Telerik. Visa is the customer. NASA is customer of Telerik means these Telerik people are providing software support to NASA-like people. Then you can imagine their abilities. So you don't know about Telerik don't care about you, right? You may be hearing first time about Telerik don't care about you. But worldwide developers have an awareness on Telerik. They know its abilities. Microsoft, NASA, Samsung, such people are the customers of Telerik. They are using support from Telerik. So, but it's not free. You have to purchase it. That's the reason majority of our developers know and they are very familiar with the free ones and open source ones. And Bootstrap is that. Now Bootstrap, so very latest version is, Bootstrap latest version is 5. Actually, binary release, we don't care, 5.0.1. We call 5. 5 is the latest version. And very recently, this 5 version became stable. Very recently. Earlier it was alpha release, beta releases. It became stable. That's the reason companies will use this 5 version now. Companies will use this 5 version regularly now. They will use this 5 version. So, but not immediately, because it will take time, because already companies, the previous version is 4.6. That is the previous version, but companies still using the version 3.4. That means several companies in real-time projects, because the projects started 3 years back, 4 years back, still the project is going on, already build an application, it is maintaining, then they will not update to every latest version. They will not update to the every latest version. They will continue in the old version only. They will not update to the latest version. So when you are dealing with the latest versions, all other versions also similar, but some changes. In the latest 5 version, so many changes happened. So that is the reason, even a person who knows already Bootstrap, for him some options are new in Bootstrap 5. He cannot use exactly how he have learned 1 year back or 5 months back. Some options changed, completely changed. Some options removed. So that is the reason we will use the latest stable version, because this will be the future version used by the companies also. That is the standard version. And it have good options for advanced web development, right? Modern web development. We will see how we can install, how we can work and use. So let's see how we can work with Bootstrap in our project. How to set up, how to install and use Bootstrap for our project. For that, first, what you have to do is to install Bootstrap and use in the project. Currently, this is our project. Yes. Already in this project, in the beginning when we learned how to create a project, I showed you different folders we created by ourselves. These are all manually created folders. And now we want to use Bootstrap in our project. There are so many ways. Already you know, you can get it from CDN. You can download. So download and copy, or you can even download using package manager like npm. So NuGet, Yarn, these are all package managers. So first what you have to do is, people already following our HTML, they already have Node.js installed. Am I right? Everyone installed Node.js. Huh? Already you installed Node.js in your computer. If not, the people who joined late from the other batches, have you installed Node.js on your computer? Have you installed Node.js on your computer? No. So what you have to do is, you have to go to the official website of Node.js, nodejs.org. This is the official website of Node.js. In this Node.js official website, you download this 14 version of Node.js. Node.js is required for us because we are going to learn Node.js as server-side technology in our full stack development. We are going to learn as server-side technology. And currently we are using Node.js for a package manager called NPM. NPM is a package manager. So what is package manager? Package manager is nothing but It is a software tool used to install various libraries. Use it to install various libraries, in our project. So to install various libraries in project, we need this package manager. So many package managers are there, like Yarn, NPM, Bower, Grunt, so many. NPM is enough for us, and NPM comes with Node.js. So what you do is, if you belong to Linux, Mac, other operating systems, you can click on other downloads. It will provide download for other operating system also. And if you are using Windows operating system, download this Windows installer MSI file, not the zip file. Zip file will give you files which we have to extract, copy, and paste into program files. That is risky. What you do is you download this MSI file for your 32-bit or 64-bit. When you download this MSI file, it will open the setup. It will ask next. Just follow the steps, same like how you installed your Visual Studio Code. So it will finish installing Node.js. Don't bother about the path, anything, just follow steps next. So simply, once Node.js is installed, remember you install this version, 14 version, not the 16 version, because this is for the people to update to the latest features if already they have installed. So you use this 14 version. So download and install it. Once you install, you have to check whether it is working or not. What you have to do is open command prompt. In the command prompt, you have to run node-v. It will get the node version, so successfully installed or not. So similarly, npm-v, that is npm version. This is npm version. This is npm version. This is node version. So you have to install that. You have to get that. So node-v, that will get the node version, and npm, that is npm version. So once it is successfully installed, it is ready. You can use in your projects. That means what you can do is, every time, no need of downloading files. You saw here, Font Awesome, you saw. How we got Font Awesome? Went to Font Awesome website, downloaded the zip file, extracted the zip file, copied the folders, come back to our project, create a separate folder, paste the files there. That is risky process. Developers so need not to follow that type of approach. Simply they can use this Node package manager and install the libraries easily. How? I will show you. Now, once Node.js is installed successfully, open your project, and in the project, go to terminal, select new terminal, and this is your project terminal. Command prompt will open. In this terminal, you have to run the command simply npm install bootstrap. That's the command you have to write. npm install bootstrap. Right. That's what we have to define. No need of creating all these folders. Have you seen? You continue how you were doing earlier. That's enough. Okay, na, Sagar? You continue how you are doing. Only one extra work you have to do is install Node.js. You install Node.js and follow this in your project location. That is enough. Okay. You don't need to worry about other folders that I created here. These are all our own folders we created according to our files because we want to keep our files in separate locations. That's the reason we created them. No need to worry about that. So just you open your project location in terminal and run this command npm install bootstrap. When you run the command npm install bootstrap, you can see automatically it will connect to their official website and it will download and install that library for you. It will download and install the library for you. And you can see that this is successfully installed. And see the Bootstrap latest version, that is Bootstrap 5 version. If you want, you can later check the version of Bootstrap installed. You see there is a file package.json. Package.json, package lock.json. This file is automatically created. When you open that file, then you will get the version, which version of Bootstrap installed. It will show in that file the version of Bootstrap is Bootstrap 5. Package lock.json, you see Bootstrap version is 5. So not only that, one more change you will observe is in your project you can observe automatically a new folder is added by name node modules. You see that. That means you have to run the command npm install bootstrap. Actually, shortcut, sometimes people write npm I bootstrap. That is nothing but install shortcut actually. So once bootstrap is installed, you will see in your project node underscore modules, this folder will be there. This folder is newly created. You can see that folder is newly created. And in that folder, so bootstrap separate folder will be there. In that, so many files will be there. You will understand about those files and you will see how to use them. But this is automatically generated for you. And all the files are copied into that location actually. Now, not only Bootstrap, in future, if you want to use React.js, Angular, if you want to use various other libraries in your project, every library you can download in this way. Every library you can download in this way and you can use in this way. So that is the approach you can follow. Every library you can download in this manner. So generally, now we need one more library because Bootstrap provides a lot of jQuery examples also. Those jQuery examples you cannot use without jQuery. So you need another library called jQuery. So what you have to do is you have to install npm install jQuery also you have to install. So Bootstrap requires some jQuery interactions also. Not every time, some. That means some components of Bootstrap use jQuery. That is the reason you have to download and install jQuery also on your project. So let's go, and in the terminal, you can open this terminal. In this terminal, you can run the command npm install jQuery. You have to download and install jQuery also on your project. It is successfully installed. Now, everything that you download and install through npm, that library related information will be kept in this node modules. You can see node modules, Bootstrap, jQuery, both are there. Later, you can have Angular, React libraries, MongoDB, different libraries. Everything comes into this node modules automatically. So Bootstrap is successfully installed, but Bootstrap requires jQuery, not every time, but up to handle certain interactions, it needs jQuery. That is the reason you have to download and install jQuery also. So first install Node.js. After that, go to your project. So open the terminal and install two libraries. One is jQuery, another one Bootstrap. There is no order. You can install anything first or second. Both must be there, that's it. You can install jQuery first, you can install Bootstrap first, anything. Both must be there. So that is important. I hope everyone is clear. Understood? Everyone clear? And people who are doing it immediately as I am showing you, have you successfully installed these two? Or you facing any problems? Yeah, successfully installed? Very good, right. From terminal only you have to install Bootstrap, man. What you are watching, what I showed you, from where you will install Bootstrap? You will install Bootstrap from terminal. From terminal, you have to run the command. This is terminal, understood? From terminal, you have to install Bootstrap. Yeah. I showed you the website to tell you what is the official website of Bootstrap. Don't struck there itself. Come out of it. After that, so much I showed you. Right. Yeah. Right. Where you installed, Dinesh? Where you have installed, man? Dinesh Kumar. Yes. Any problem in installing? Where you have installed?
Hello.
Yes, Dinesh.
Sir, and the node modules folder, only Bootstrap is showing, sir. jQuery folder not visible, sir.
Once refresh, there is refresh, na? Button is there, refresh.
Where, sir? I don't know how.
At the top, you can see my screen, right?
1 second, sir. Yes, sir.
In that screen, new folder, new file, refresh button is there, na?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Click that refresh button once.
I got, sir. I got, sir. Thank you. Thank you, sir.
Yes. So once you successfully installed Bootstrap, now your project is ready to use Bootstrap. In every example, we don't need jQuery every time, but some options require jQuery that I will explain when to use jQuery, when not to use jQuery. We will see that. Once Bootstrap is ready, how to use Bootstrap in our project? Actually, in real-time projects, remember, people usually talk about Bootstrap development code and Bootstrap production code. I hope you know that. Development code means .js and .css. Production code means, I told you, remember that? what will be the production code? What will be the production code file? Very good. So it will be like min.js and min.css. Understood? So both are same, but one is used in development, another one is used in production. Sometimes developers will talk in this way. They say that I want bootstrap development code. That means he's talking about original bootstrap file, CSS file. Production code means minified file. Currently, we need this original because we are in the designing. So where is this development code present in bootstrap folder? So you have node modules. In the node modules, you will find bootstrap. In bootstrap, you will find distribution. In dist, you will find CSS. In CSS, you will find bootstrap.css. That is the core bootstrap file. This file is required for CSS. So initially, this is enough actually. Later, if you want to design some interactions, then you need a JavaScript file. Actually, that is present in node modules, in that bootstrap, in that dist, in that JS, in that you will find bootstrap.bundle.js. This file will be there. Later, I will show you that. Initially, this CSS file is required for us. So you have to use that file in your project. Now let's see. I will create a new file. Let's create a new folder in our project. Bootstrap examples. Okay. In that, I will add a new file, home.html. In this home.html, I will link here. Yeah, doc type HTML head and title and some bootstrap demo. Now you see in the body section, so I will write here heading. I will keep as bootstrap and paragraph world's largest, right? Largest repository. Like this. Okay. Now, initially, when I run this, without bootstrap, it looks like this, normal. So I want to use bootstrap in this page. I want to use bootstrap. Then we have to link the bootstrap CSS file. Link relation is equal to style sheet. You know how to link the CSS file. href is equal to ... It is present in node modules, in that bootstrap, in that dist, in that CSS, bootstrap.css. That is the file you need. Now, what is there in bootstrap to learn? Actually, in this bootstrap CSS file, several effects are written ready-made for you. And those effects are written under actually this bootstrap CSS file, bootstrap.css file contains lot of effects written by using CSS class. That means dot border, like dot container, like dot navbar, like this ready-made. So classes are present. we have to use these classes and apply to our content. Those effects will work. We don't need to write effects. So we need to just use the effects. Sometimes whatever effects are there, they are not satisfying to our requirement, then we can customize them. According to our requirement, we can customize them. For example, see now, I linked Bootstrap into our project. I'm not using anything here. I'm not using anything here. So just I linked it, but observe carefully in the output. Anything changed? In the output, anything changed? What do you say? Have you noticed any change in this output? After adding Bootstrap into project, have you noticed any change? Yes. So you noticed the change in the font style, am I right? The change in font style? No. There is no change in font style. We have some change in the font style. Left alignment also changed. Left margin changed. Am I right? Left margin changed. Yes. So some effect happened. Now what we can do is with Bootstrap, because I will show you how to use this Bootstrap and how we can present. I will tell you. With Bootstrap generally, we can apply the effects very easily. Observe carefully now. Suppose for heading, I am using class. In the class, I am writing some BG danger. Okay. Text white, like text center. So like this, I am defining like border. Now observe carefully, automatically by just writing these classes, its appearance will change. That is too fast. Earlier, to get this appearance, you know what to do. Earlier, to get that appearance, what we have to do? We have to write style. In the style, we have to define heading. So in that, we have to define background color, am I right? We have to write color. So we have to write text align. Now we are just using these class names. Automatically it is applying. Right. So now what we have to learn in Bootstrap? In Bootstrap, we have to learn how to use these classes. What are the classes and how to use the classes? Learning Bootstrap is about learning all the classes provided by Bootstrap, so that the development will be more easy and faster. You can see the classes present in this file. You can go to Node Modules, Bootstrap, dist, CSS. Open that Bootstrap CSS file. You see, this is the file. And in this file, you can see that in this file, it is Bootstrap 5 version. That is the official website of Bootstrap. And actually, Bootstrap is from Twitter people. Bootstrap belongs to this Twitter. So the copyrights belongs to this Twitter people. So scroll down. When I scroll down, you can see so many lines code is already written. So hundreds of lines. You see approximately some 10,000 lines code is written. And you see majority classes are present. So, and you can use those class, you have to use the class names. By using the class names, you can apply the effects and define them. That means you don't need to write much logic. So you can apply the logic by using simple effects, simple class names. So this is CSS. Bootstrap has JavaScript also. Bootstrap JavaScript attributes will be there. By using those attributes, we can handle interactions also. Generally, interactions are handled by writing logic. But without logic also, we can handle interactions with Bootstrap JavaScript. That I will tell you later. Initially, first we will see basically what we need to learn in CSS, Bootstrap CSS. What we have to learn in Bootstrap CSS. Let's see. First, in Bootstrap, remember, we are learning Bootstrap 5 version. So many options changed. When you go to online websites, those websites are still talking about Bootstrap 4 only. So don't come tomorrow that in that website I have seen like this, in this website I have seen like this. We don't care about those websites because they are still talking about Bootstrap 4. And we are learning here Bootstrap 5, which is very latest version of Bootstrap, right? So the Bootstrap that is shown by several websites. Suppose your popular school is W3 schools, huh? Your popular school is W3 schools, na? In that you go and you say Bootstrap, and this is the Bootstrap. You see, still they are Bootstrap 3 and 4 only. The tutorial they provide is still 3 and 4. We don't care about this. They are still not updated. Huh? So we are learning latest Bootstrap. Now don't come with this point that, sir, online I have seen an YouTube video. I have seen some website in that this is not there, that is there. Nonsense. I don't care about them. Why? Because they are old versions. Huh? They are old versions. We are talking about the new versions. And this Bootstrap 5 new version is not there in several websites yet. Okay. So that is the reason. So whatever Bootstrap you will find in online tutorials and videos, majority it is Bootstrap 3 and 4 only. Okay. So we are going to learn the Bootstrap 5 with all the new features available also. Some are old continued. Some are old continued. Some new features also added. In Bootstrap, first we have to understand about containers. In Bootstrap, first you have to learn about container. We have to learn about container. So actually, container is used to keep your content, entire content that fits according to device. Fits according to device. Containers are used to fit your content according to device. That means, for example, you see here currently, so this content is present left margin very at 0, it is present. It is present at 0 margin. Now, if I am watching on a tab, if I am watching on a PC, then I need to set accordingly. Then generally what happens is we have containers. So for that we have containers. I will show you what are the containers and how we can use the containers. Technically, the containers are according to the device size. According to the device size. So what are the container sizes available and how to use them? Actually, you have to use the class dot container, that is the class. This container will be giving you the size, means width and height, how much width and how much height it will provide. Actually, it will provide width 720 pixels, 720 pixels width, and height 540 pixels height. That means in a page, your content will be in this area only, 720 pixel width and 540 pixel height. That means, see, if I give in the body section class as container, if I apply this container class, you can see that its adjustment will be there. Left adjustment, right adjustment will be there. Margins also will be there. But actually its maximum width is 720 pixels. But actually for laptops and large screens, it can be up to 1000 pixels also. So that is the reason the best option is what you do is, best option is we can use for small devices, large devices like that. Suppose you are targeting only mobile. You use container SM, small. This is suitable for mobile. You use container MD. This is medium. This is for tab-like devices, tab-like devices. And use container LG, large. This is for desktop-like devices. So desktop-like devices. Use container XL. This is laptop screens. In laptop also, large, wide laptop screens will be there. That means in laptop 14-inch, 18-inch like that screens will be there. For large, you can use container.XL, container-XL. But these are all risky. Why risky? Because we don't know from which device the person will use watch our website. We need to design. Best one is responsive. That means we need to design the container in such a way that it will fit according to device. That will be very good. Then what you do? Simply, you can define here container fluid. This is best. What this container fluid will do is it will change according to the device. That means for tab, it will fit onto tab. For mobile, it will fit onto mobile. Why others are used? Because sometimes we build only mobile applications. When we build mobile applications, our primary target will be mobile only, and we don't care about others. In that case, we use that SM, MD like things. So otherwise, if you are designing a website and that website can go across different locations, then what you have to do is better use container fluid. So what you can do here, put here container-fluid. You will see container fluid and it will be like this. Its size is correctly adjusted. According to device, it will adjust. I am adjusting the width, it will fit accordingly. Anything you put inside that container, it will fit according to the device. You see the title size is changing. Bootstrap title, the title size is changing according to my width. It will adjust accordingly. That will be a fluid container. That is best option to do. So use container fluid, but you have other options also like container SM, container MD, container LG, XL. Depending on your requirement, you can configure them. Now, many times people ask like, suppose for this container, I want to add some more effects. Margin, I want left side some more. So you can customize. How to customize? Already it is having some effect. You can add some more effects. Actually, you can go to this Bootstrap CSS file and change there, but it's not good. Why? Because if I change in that Bootstrap CSS file, it will affect all my projects. Am I right? Wherever I am using this Bootstrap, it will affect everywhere. In that case, what we have to do is we can write here itself. You can write style. In this style, we can use that class container fluid. I am writing the same class again. Here I am giving margin left as 100 pixels, and I am giving margin right as 100 pixels. I am giving border as 2 pixels solid, and you can see that it will add those effects also. That means already it is having some effect. If you want more effects, you can add them. You can customize. That is why we say Bootstrap is open source. If you don't give this, by default, it is having some effects. It will apply them. If you want, you can customize according to your requirements, right? You can append them, you can override them, because overriding means already I told you CSS rules. CSS rule means already border is there and you are again writing the border. Then what will happen? It will replace that old border with the new border that you have written. Am I right? Yeah. So that is basically happens, right? You can customize according to your requirements. You can customize and you can define. So this is generally how we are going to manage. So technically, what you have to do is, first we need to understand in Bootstrap these containers, because containers will keep your content. You can use for a div. I am writing in the body section actually. You can write anywhere. That means you see here, I will keep this in a div. And for that div, I am using the class as container. So that will get that container. The div will have that. Or I can use that container fluid, and it will get that container fluid and display. You can apply at any level. At the Bootstrap, you can define there. This is containers. These are containers, Bootstrap containers. Okay. In Bootstrap, they are very easy to understand and work with them. Next, in Bootstrap, we have to learn about margin. We have to learn about padding. So this is important. Margin, padding. We have to learn about border. So display. So positions, how you can configure them. All these are the points, how you can apply them. Let's see. In Bootstrap, how you can give margins. Margins you can give in a simple way. Actually, for margins, we have class called M for margin. If you give M and hyphen, M hyphen, you have to give a number. You have to give a number like M hyphen 1. So from 1 to 5 numbers you can give. Actually, they will give the margins like 10%, like 20%, like that. 5 values are provided. You can give the margin value from 1 to 5 only. You cannot give more than that. If you want more than that, then you have to write manually. By default, they will give you 5 points. But this will set margin all sides. This will set margin all sides. You can use M. So here you can use T for top, B for bottom, and R for right, and L for left. These are the words you have to use. That means if I want write top margin, I have to write MT1 or 2 like this. Bottom margin MB2 like this. Right margin MR2 like this. Left margin ML2 like this. If you want right margin, top margin, bottom margin, you can write multiple classes. Suppose I have a div. I have to give left margin and right margin, or top margin and bottom margin. I can write MT2 space MB2. Understood? So that means one is for margin top, another one for margin bottom. You can add multiple. You can say space, because multiple classes are applied with space. You can say MR right side 2. So L left side 2, like this you can apply. So that is how you define margin. Margin is used with the class M, and it will have top, bottom, right, like that. Simple. Suppose I want to shift this little bit down. I want to shift it little bit down. Then what I have to do is, here we have to add margin top side empty I defined as 2, and you can see that it will push down little bit down. I will use here 5. That is the maximum. And you can see that it will come more down. That much only. You cannot go more than that. Suppose I given has M7, something like this. So it's not working. It's not working. You have to just use up to 5 values only you can give. Margin top, margin left, margin right. We can use ML, margin light. So 4 pixels or 5 pixels, it will adjust. You can also, but remember, it will not apply more. So you can use right, margin top, margin bottom, you can apply them. But it is limited. If you want more than that, you have to write manually. It will have only limited values. It will have only limited values. Suppose if I write M5, that means all directions 5. That means left margin 5, right margin 5, top margin 5, bottom margin 5. So if you want any specific, you can use them. You can use them. So actually, we can also define when you are working with the margins, you also have an option. So the option is nothing but generally in the margins, what we can do is when we are defining margin, what you can do is generally for margins, we can use the option actually we call as x-axis, y-axis. That means we can use mx. X means right and left. Y means top and bottom. That means if you want to apply so top and bottom, then don't write 2 options. You can simply write my. My4, that means y-axis, means top and bottom both will be applied. X and Y, you can apply like this. So you can give up to 5. If you want to apply the margin according to the situation, then you can use auto. Auto also you can do. It will apply according to the situation. It will define according to. So if you want MY, that means margin, at a time you can keep left and right. Left and right, I want 5. You can give up to 5 only. We can give up to 5. And if you want, generally, you can override them. Generally, if you want negative margins, you have to override and you have to write by yourself only. You cannot apply any other values. You can apply only these values. You cannot apply any another value. You can apply only these values. So generally for applying left and right, so we can use these options, top, bottom, and left and right. Actually, in the latest versions, left and right, so for left and right, they have changed the options like, so this left and right, we can use right as E. E means end. And left as yes. Yes means start. That means we can define start and end. That means suppose if I define here, so margin, so S, MS is equal to 4. That means it is like margin starting. That means left side 4. Left side. So, or we can give as MY or MX4. That will be like x-axis 4. So I can give like MX5. X means it will apply both left and right also, both of them. You can apply according. These words are important. That means M for margin and T for top, B for bottom, E for end right side, S for left, start. So earlier we use R and L. Now don't use R and L anymore. So better use these options, start and end. X and Y, these are used for both x-axis and y-axis. The same thing you have to do for padding also. Padding is done by using P. P also same. Padding top, padding right. So padding right, or you can say padding R, end, padding start. So padding X, padding Y, padding bottom. You can give like this. And same points. So 0 to 5. It will adjust the padding also. For example, let's keep some paragraph here. That means applying margins and paddings for your contents will be easy here to define. So here I am copying that. And let's see how we can apply the padding for the text. In this container, so I will add some paragraph. Okay. And this is the paragraph we are having. Okay. Now for the paragraph, I want to apply border. So class I will give as border. Then you can see the border is applied for the paragraph, but very short border, thin border will be there. So you see very thin border is there, very thin border is there. Gray color thin border will be there. Of course, you can write your own borders, so you can define them, but very thin border will be displayed here. So border sizes you can configure. So border sizes you can configure and define them. Actually, border size will be there. So border colors will be there. I will tell you, border width will be there. Border width also we can give up to 5 pixels. That means what you can do, border, after that border how many? 5. That means you can see the thickness will change for the border. The thickness is changed for the border. And actually, border you can give color. Colors will be there. I will tell you colors later. Initially, I write here border primary. Primary is a color. It will apply that color. So different colors I will tell you. I will tell you about different colors, how to apply them. We will see about it. Initially, this is border. Now, don't worry, border I separately I will tell you. Initially, observe here, padding is there. I want some padding for the text paragraph. Margin we can give. Fluid, so margin I given as 4 pixels. All sides margin will be adjusted. All the sides margin will be adjusted. Now, what we are doing here is padding. We need to adjust the padding. To adjust the padding, for the paragraph, I want to adjust the padding. Already class is there. Here you can add. So P padding left, padding right, padding top, padding bottom like this. If I give P4, all directions, it will be 4 points. You see the spacing will come all the direction. If you want only top, that means PT, that means it will be only padding top like that. So we can add PS, that means left side will be there. Left side will be there. And PB, that is bottom will be there. Bottom padding will be there. We can just set P, that means it will get all directions it will give. That is padding. So applying the margins, applying the padding is very simple. The margins are applied. The margins are applied by using M. Padding is applied by using P. So very simple, for M for margin, P for padding, P for padding. And values, so new values you have to know, T for top, B for bottom, S for left, start actually. So E for end. And we have options values 1 to 5 values are available. You can also have X and Y. X means left and right. Y means top and bottom. Top and bottom. That is how we have to define. And values you can give from 1 to 5. Is everyone clear? Now, easy to understand. There is no complexity and confusion. Am I right? It is clear and easy to understand. So how we give the margins and how we give the padding. And border is also simple. Actually, so border, we can apply border. After that, border size, 1 to 5 sizes you can define. After that, border color will be there. Ready-made colors will be there. Ready-made colors will be there. So ready-made colors like primary, like secondary, like a dark, like danger, like success, like warning, like these ready-made colors. These are called contextual. So for warning, one color, for success, one color, for danger, one color, like that. That means if I apply that, so border primary, I said border warning, and you can see its color will be like golden. And if I say, so like danger, it will be like this. It will be like this. It configures in this way. It defines in this way. So that is basically done by using the options and configuring that. Right. Technically, these are the border related options. Border thickness, border color, and border. Actually, we also have borders like, so we can also give like border top. Border top. That means that will affect only when you are applying, so for top or bottom levels, not for all of them. That's later we will see. Why? Because currently we are applying all side borders. Suppose we have the option like border top like that. Actually, that is used only for top border, not for all border. You can give top, so you can see border bottom, so that will be bottom. If I use only border, it will apply for all directions. And generally, border radius also will be there. Border radius will be there. Generally, border radius, actually, now they changed that into an option called, I will remove this container, right? I will keep this container just in the class, container fluid, okay? Actually, the border, the recent border options they have given, radius, you can give rounded. You can give rounded. Earlier, we have an option called border rounded, but now you can give rounded. You can see little bit rounded will come. You can give rounded like rounded. You can give like rounded circle. Circle means it will be like this. According to pictures, you can give them and define. You can have like rounded pill. It will have ready-made appearance like this. According to your content, how much content you are having, you can have rounded. They are also designed with certain extent. That is actually the point here. So we cannot apply everything what we want. If you want anything, you need to customize according to your requirements. These are the stable options. For border, we can set the radius and define them. So margins, padding, border, container. In Bootstrap today we learned container, border, margin, padding. Is it clear to everyone? Container class, border class, margin class, padding class. Now, after understanding this, we need to learn positions, display, colors, backgrounds, how we can apply all the other options in a shortcut way. Then we can design more effective examples with the help of Bootstrap. I will explain some more effects. Then we will start designing some exercises by using them, so that we will continue in tomorrow's session. Okay. Today I will upload this note into the classroom. Tomorrow we will continue. Okay. Tomorrow we will see the other options in the Bootstrap.